Everybody, this is Vikas from Express Tech, specifically Quiz and Survey Master. This is our first webinar in the history of Quiz and Survey Master as a company, and I welcome everybody on the webinar. If you are watching us live, you can always watch this as a recorded screen. Um, so feel free to schedule your watch time as you wish, as per your convenience. So let's get started. Quick news: we were supposed to have our vice president slash product manager for the product. His name is Varun Kumar, and unfortunately, he wasn't feeling well. Specifically, he had throat infection, so he couldn't join the webinar today. So I'll be taking over and completing the end-to-end demo. Let's get started. I hope this presentation is visible to you. All right. So, not sure how many of you are on the live stream. If you are on YouTube, and please feel free to say hi on our channel. That will really be, I will be really be appreciative about that. So, and thanks for joining in. By the way, I can see 4 people have tuned in. So feel free to say hi or comment. Where are you from? What is your name? And what do you do? So that will be really helpful and motivating. All right, let's get started. So basically, the webinar is about monetizing your WordPress quizzes. As you know, as a company, just give me a moment. Sorry about that. Um, Even I have some cold, so I'll start from the top. So, in QSM, Quiz and Survey Master, our one of our primary job is to help you monetize your WordPress quizzes. As you know, the plugin allows you to create quizzes and surveys, and we are basically a master of them, right? And most of you who are already using QSM might already know some of this. But today, what you will learn is that how can you monetize quizzes, and while monetizing, how can you sell premium quizzes with WooCommerce, or if you don't use WooCommerce, how can you accept payments from PayPal, Stripe, and Razorpay using our direct payment integration. We'll be also going through end-to-end setup of these 2 types of premium quizzes using the live demo, and we'll give you some tips on how you can get started quickly. We will also show you what kind of add-ons do you need along with QSM to get this to work. We'll also be taking Q&A. So if you have any questions, don't wait for the end of the webinar. Just simply go ahead and type those questions in the comment box, and I'll be taking them as I see fit or at the end of the webinar. And don't leave until you see the full one, because we have an exclusive offer for you if you want to purchase some of these add-ons or the bundle itself. So let's get started. Why do you want to monetize quizzes? Quizzes aren't just fun, right? They are strategic. Quizzes typically have 70 to 80% completion rate because it is engaging, right? Let's be honest. It creates interactive content, which drives 2x more conversion than simple static articles or blog. When somebody starts with quiz, we simply tell them to put uh, these these quizzes on your already ranking articles to even further the engagement rates. I'll just remove my headphone. I don't think I need them. Um, all right. So the next item is that quiz results are shared on social media. So people often screenshot the results and then post it on other social media. So which is most shareable on compared to the other content formats. And quizzes help segment your audience automatically. So this is my favorite, wherein if you take a quiz and you can segment the users based on their interest, based on the answers they have given. So automatically you can segment those into different buckets and then use them to upsell the right products. And we will see a bonus activity there. All right, going to the next one. So, what is your primary goal for monetizing quizzes? So, say you want to monetize quiz. What will be your number one priority? Do you want to generate direct revenue, or do you want to enhance existing product or services, or do you want to create premium content, or anything else? So, drop your answer in the live chat, and we will be using those uh, during the webinar. Right. So, for me, I think generating direct revenue seems like the most likely answer. I'll just check if there is any chat um, on the channel. So we don't have that yet, but feel free to put that whenever you have some time. All right. So the first method and the live demo is about PayPal and Stripe integration. This is where you don't need WooCommerce or any other checkout. We have that checkout inbuilt. Let's see how that works. So first of all, you need to install and activate the payment integration add-on, and I will show that to you in a moment. And you can set currency, gateway labels, etc. Enable the payment for each quiz, and we will see that too. And then you can configure retries and then bundle multiple quizzes into single package via shortcode. So we will see some of those step by step so that you can also get started on this. First of all, let me go ahead and share my entire screen. Just give me a moment so that I can show you some incognito stuff. All right, so we are in the WordPress, inside the WordPress admin panel. This WordPress site is powered by InstaWP, which is a sister product of our company. If you are in the market for a sandbox or for a cloud which works really well with WordPress, check out InstaWP. All right, so let's see how many plugins do we have on this site. So obviously we have the Quiz and Survey Master core, which is free, right? And the main plugin which we need for this method to work is QSM payment integration. I will drop the links where you can buy these payment integration add-ons. All right. And for the next demo, we will need one more plugin, which is the WooCommerce integration, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So don't worry about that, and we'll come to that. Now, the next step would be to create a quiz, of course, right? Let's add a new quiz. We'll start from the top because that's how we like it. And when you get to the add-on selection page, make sure that payment and Stripe integration add-on is switched on, right? So for it to work. Now let's go to the next step. We need to enter a quiz name. So say payment integration for PayPal. All right. Let's add some questions. But to add questions, either I can use manual method and type in the old ways, but in the new ways, we have AI. And we have the generate with AI add-on already installed. Let me show you quickly how does that add-on look like. So QSM AI integration is the name of the add-on, right? So click on generate with AI and then paste your prompt. In this case, I just want 3 questions on the most simple geographical word capitals. That's it. So let's try that. So it is going to talk to OpenAI. I can actually show you the AI configuration in the meantime. So this is the AI integration settings. So you need an API key, and you can integrate with OpenAI, Claude, DeepSeek, etc. And you can choose the model based on the provider you are using, right? And then, all right, let's go back to the quiz and survey. And we have about AI is funny, right? That way. So it has created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. Let's get rid of the default question and let's have these 5 questions. That's fine. So, and if you edit one of these, you will also see the answers are also populated, and we have put a correct mark, which is the right answer. All right. So this is really cool. Let's publish our quiz and let's have a look at it. So this is the preview screen. Now we are able to see the quiz. So getting started with a simple quiz is so easy. Now the next step is to configure it for payment. So go to add-ons, go to the payments page. Under that, enable payments. So now the quiz is protected with payment, and by default, it selects PayPal because we have configured PayPal prior to the demo. So let's have a look at the PayPal configuration. So the payment integration settings, you have currency, symbols, and you can also change the button labels. For PayPal, we have put payment gateway instead of PayPal. And we have put the sandbox settings for PayPal and Stripe both, and Razorpay. Razorpay is leading payment gateway in India, so you can enable UPI payment methodology, which is really really cool. Um, Now coming back to our settings for the payment integration for the quiz, we have checked use PayPal. You can check multiple, and you can also you need to put an amount, right, so that people can pay for the quiz. So let's put $100 for that. The payment method is, do we want to pay before the quiz or after the quiz? So generally it is before. You can also say one time payment of recurring, so that's easy. And you can customize the button text per quiz, as compared to the global setting. So, and also you can tick the payment confirmation receipt for the users when they pay for it. So all of this, once it is set, and you can save settings. Now if I go back to, let's close all these tabs, make this more organized. And if I refresh, so the payment integration has not is not working in the first look, right? But you can see payments are hidden for admins. You need to check in incognito. So let's copy this and open incognito window and paste the URL of the quiz. And there we go. So now quiz is protected by a payment gateway. This payment gateway can be clicked here. So if you remember, this is just PayPal right now. So let's click on that. And we have a PayPal payment screen. Let's try to pay for it. We have a sandbox account. So let's copy the sandbox username, paste it in, and let's copy the sandbox password. I think I've copied space in the front, and let's go to the next page. Boom. So we are able to complete the purchase using the sandbox account. But if you configure a live account, so that should also work. And now the user has access to the quiz. So let's take a quiz and let's see how do we do. I think I've let's do properly. Um, I hope I'm right. Let's see. All right, I'm right all the way. No, shoot. So for Spain, I thought it's Barcelona, to be honest with you, but that's fine. So let's go to Madrid, and so now the quiz taker has taken the quiz. Let's have a look at our admin panel and see how it looks like. So going back to QSM, first of all, let's see the payment history. That's where the real money is at, right? And let's have a quick look at it. So the payment history page shows you the latest one at the bottom. We know this is not ideal, so we are changing this to have the recent one on the top. So it will look something like this. And we just paid $100. This is the $100 amount. And boom, right? So that's the results. And you know where results are. So these are the results. And if you can go and see, these are the results of the quiz. All right. Now the next one is mm, now. So far we have covered. Excuse me. So far we have covered the payment integration, setting currency, enabling payment for the quiz, and configuring retries. You can also bundle multiple quizzes into single package via shortcode. So I think, if I'm right, if you go to paid quizzes, or somewhere around settings, you will find a setting where you can get a short code. That short code can be used to bundle multiple quizzes into one. So check out the documentation, and you will find them there. Let's go to the next live demo. So this is about method two, which is monetizing via WooCommerce plugin. Now, the beauty of WooCommerce that it is free for default, right? And it comes with Stripe. And also, you can use any payment method which is local to your country or which you like. So that's the beauty of WooCommerce. Also, WooCommerce is e-commerce. So now we are basically combining the power of e-commerce with the power of quiz. So you can sell a quiz as a product. Let's see how it looks like. So first of all, we go to the WooCommerce section and create a new product. So add a new product. This should be our payment product, and put a price on top of that. So let's say $50 and publish it. Now, once we have that, go to the QSM quiz tab, select the quizzes which you want to sell, right? Sell, quote unquote, and we will see how that works. Sounds a little bit of foreign concept. Why are you selling a quiz? You are not actually selling a quiz, you are selling an experience. You are selling a course, you are selling anything behind a paywall. So that's the idea. Now let's see the quizzes. So first is the one which we created, and then we have more which we created earlier. So you can actually select multiple. So bundling the quizzes again, same concept with direct payment, and then same concept with WooCommerce. WooCommerce, I think it's a bit simpler. And there are so many other settings which I will let you explore in your free time. So far, let's hit update and go to the product, right? So very similar experience which you might have seen before. Now we are proceeding to checkout, and then we have free shipping, direct back transfer. These are all default settings. Let's place an order. Boom. So the order has been placed. As you can see, the payment integration has been included in our order details. And if we open this up, it is showing as still the product. But the reason is the order is not yet complete. So what we need to do, in your case, generally speaking, it will be completed by default if you are using PayPal or something like that. So for this purpose of the demo, I'm going to mark it as completed, come back to our order received page, and try the quiz. Boom, we are in. We are able to take the quiz, right? And if we copy this and now we open in incognito, let's say the quiz link has been leaked by our users, and they use it, and they are not actually taken to the quiz itself. They are redirected to the product. So that's the beauty of protecting your quiz with WooCommerce integration. And as I've told you earlier, the plugins which you need for this are a couple of them, right? First is the WooCommerce plugin itself. Then you need the QSM core plugin, which is free, as I've mentioned earlier. And then you need the QSM WooCommerce integration. So this means that you need 1, 2, 3 plugins. And if you have a payments, excuse me, if you have a payment plugin which works with WooCommerce, you need that too. So if you are using PayPal or Stripe or any other plugin vendors payment providers, you need those plugins to work with WooCommerce. You don't need them to work with QSM, because QSM integrates with WooCommerce, and then WooCommerce has those payment plugins. I hope that's clear, right? Because these demos were combined together just for this webinar, but you can use, when you will not use them together. You will either use the payment plugin, or you will either use the WooCommerce integration. So let's have a look at the landing pages of these two plugins. So this is the payment plugin. We call it PayPal and Stripe payment integration, and I think it also accepts Razor Pay now. So you can buy this if you don't want to use WooCommerce. You want to use direct payments. So this works really well, and it comes if you just use. So by default, it comes with all the bundles, right? That's what it shows you. If you don't want to buy a bundle, you can buy a single add-on. So for one site, it costs you $49. But I will suggest to go with the bundle plan. You can start with a basic bundle and all the way to all access, which gives you access to all our 30 plus add-ons and all the themes for $299 only. So that's the power of bundle. And if you go to the PayPal and Stripe integration, so this is the documentation page, I think, but we will be able to find a similar page for the downloads. You can just, I think you can just go to add-ons and search for WooCommerce. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, so similar page for WooCommerce integration, and I will include these links into our chat so that you can have a look at that. The problem is it's not included with the basic bundle and plus bundle. It starts with pro bundle. So again, as I said, go with the all access. You get everything, and I think it you can use it on multiple sites. Let's have a look at it. So the all access add-on, 299 per year, gives you access to 10 sites. So that's like $30 per year per site. As an agency, if you are an agency or if you own multiple sites, this is really, really cheap, right? So that's 30 divided by 12 will be $2.5 per month. Um, so yeah, power of monetization of plugins at your hand. Now, let me just have a look at this again. Yeah, so there is one bonus which I think we talked about earlier is recommending products inside quiz results or emails. So let's have a look at that. How are you going to configure that? So let's go back to our quizzes which we configured. Go to the quiz and go to WooCommerce. And here you will see that we have related product heading and product columns, but to actually configure this, you need to create a results page. So let's start. This is basically, I'm going a little bit too fast. I'm not explaining what is a result page, what is a question, what is an add-on. I assume that you already know that. If you don't know that, please go to our website or YouTube channel. You will find tons of beginner content. If you are starting with a quiz, to how to set up a quiz, how to set up a results page. So results page is basically a page which comes at the end of the quiz. So let's set up a results page. And here you can actually say you want to sell hat or shirt or anything like that. And this will be presented as an upsell item when the user actually takes the quiz. I think we can try that out. Yeah, so this is our quiz, which we just bought. And let's just randomly select options and submit it. There we go. So now we are able to resell these items after the quiz has been taken. So not only the user has given us money to buy the quiz, the user may also give us more money. So don't look at this from a business from a purely money standpoint. This is strategy for business, right? How do you actually capture more value, or how do you actually give more value and capture value against that? So that's the whole story. So you're selling a quiz, you are actually selling a value of a course or a premium content. Then afterwards, you can also upsell more premium content, so the user keeps buying more and more. So that was the bonus area. Now we are going to the next item. So which monetization strategy do you really, are you going to implement first? Is it going to be WooCommerce or PayPal? I don't think it's going to be a combination. This slide is a little bit wrong, but you get the idea. So for me, if I was in your shoes, I will go for the WooCommerce integration, because that will not only give me a complete control over what I'm selling, but I can actually sell more stuff through the e-commerce checkout. So definitely have a look at it. All right. So This is where this is almost at the end of our webinar, and I ran through it really quickly. If I was too fast, I please excuse me for that. You can watch this at maybe a slower speed once it is recorded in the YouTube channel. Just going to see if we have any chat messages. So far, we have not. So that is, I'm assuming that everyone is super happy with my demo. Anyway, so going to the screen again, if you are going to use the code webinar 25, this is valid until for I think for a week, and you can enjoy 25% add-on. So sorry, 25% off on any add-on or bundle just by attending this session. So how cool is that? And we will send this to you via email if you have subscribed to us. But yeah, so go ahead and try this out. Go to quizandsurveymaster.com, buy the bundle or the add-on, which one you prefer. We don't care as long as your job is done. And use the code webinar25 to get 25% flat off. If I was in your shoes, I will buy the lifetime bundle. Just saying. Anyway, so any questions? I think we don't have any questions. And if you have any feedback or suggestions on the next webinar topic, feel free to let us know by replying to the email which you have gotten or by commenting on the YouTube link. So thank you for your time today. See you next time. And since this was our first webinar for QSM, um, I request you to excuse us if we have done any mishaps. But thanks again for your time and have a great day ahead. This is Vikas from Express Tech.